Welcome back to the show, everybody. In news that makes my kokoroko doki is Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 are going to be remastered for the PS4, and this is great. This is wonderful news because when I sat up here and as a fan, I sat up here and had that thought like, are they going to Kiwami 3, 4, and 5? And I just sat up here that now that they've announced these remasters and you now have an answer. I think it's probably best that a remaster is probably the best bet. You don't want to like go back and go remake 3, 4, and 5. It really makes no sense to really Kiwami those games because remember, Yakuza 1 and 2 as what they were as PS2 games were great. What the HD edition did for both games was wonderful. A lot of quality of life improvement. It was a shame that never came out in America. I really think that somebody should have took 2 seconds and just translated those. But at the time when the series was still trying to find its stride or whatever, that they just probably didn't seem like the best idea in the world to localize that. But given what Kiwami 1 and 2 are, it's like I think at the end of the day that we're getting a better deal. But I really think that having 1 and 2 HD edition in English in a way that American gamers can experience is to play 1 and 2 in a way that keeps the majority of what that experience was on the PS2, but then like I said, gives you those QOL improvements that make the game a better gameplay. Still, regardless of that, if you do anything, you owe yourself to listen to the dub of Yakuza 1. Whether you play it or not, ultimately, like if you play Kiwami at this point, just watch cutscenes of 1. Like the voice acting in that game is worth watching, and whatever strange get off of watching this English dub for this game, which wasn't dubbed since, which showed that Sega was trying to do something to try to market this to you. Something Devil Kings or whatever. But given that they announced remasters for 3, 4, and 5. What does that mean for Dead Souls and what does that mean for Kenzan? I'm like, for Dead Souls, I don't know what that means. I'm like, not everybody was feeling Dead Souls. But because I came into the Yakuza series when I did, I was able to have a different appreciation of it with nobody else saying like, well, the game ain't this and the game ain't that. The game was what it was and I liked it because it's one thing and it's very important that it's this one thing. It's a product of its time. And rarely in series do you get games that are products of that time. Like back then, it's like everything was zombies. Everything. Like we've died down on that as a culture. A whole bunch. But when Yakuza Dead Souls came out originally in Japan, the world was into zombies. So it made sense that a game as popular as that, like on some side stuff, well, let's explore zombies, because they could have thrown that in as a side game or whatever, which probably would have made more sense now that you really think about it in the holistically whole. But Dead Souls, for what it is again, like I say, it's a product of its time. And I can appreciate it there for that. That it wasn't a perfect game, not the best Yakuza game in existence, but I appreciate it for being a product of its time. Kenzan, though, that's another thing. Because Ishin doing this thing, and I really need to get around to playing it. And I got it in a closet somewhere, just ain't opened it yet, and sat down with the translation guide or whatever. But Kenzan is a great game. Like, the little bit that I played of it, and I need to get back into it and play more of it, is that it's just another take. It's just another take on something you love. Just like what Hokuto Gakutoku is, you know what I'm saying? Well, what are they going to call it in America? Like, should we have that conversation right now? Let me see. What do you call a combination of Fist of the North Star and Yakuza of the North Star? Yeah, Yakuza of the North Star. We just gonna go with that because that just seems the thing that makes logical sense to what you call it. So I'm glad we were able to solve that problem while I'm talking about Yakuza Kenzan. Like, I don't know if that's something that they go back and remaster. I have no idea. I don't know, because again, that's another. It's not. That's not even a product of its time. That's the games being like, yo, like let's keep on this experimentation tip. Where can we take this Yakuza series in a different direction? And I really think that even though we are talking about Yakuza of the North Star, because that's what I'm calling it now, is that Kenzan was the beginning of that. Let's dabble in other stuff. I'm still waiting on Kiryu and Tekken 7. I'm still waiting for a sequel for Fighting Climax that has Kiryu in it with Goro with Majima on assist, so either that or Haruka or something. I'm just putting my feelings out there. At the end of the day, ultimately what these remasters mean for me, because I'm gonna be selfish and say for me the following. When it comes to Yakuza 3, the answer should be obvious. Is that, well, let's see, when someone decides to localize the game, they butchered like a 33% of it. So should we really talk about this more? Probably not. In that, I know the last time I checked around, and I probably should have checked before I hit record, that somebody was looking to take the Japanese version to put the English stuff in it and then translate the stuff that was left so that you could have a complete Yakuza 3 experience on the PS3. Because I really honestly think that, well, actually, now that I think about it, let me rewind on that. With a remaster coming out, and Yakuza being as big as it is, you translate that and leave all the cut content in. You retranslate, you get that out and get into the street. Yeah, there are some things that the internet disagrees with about how that game portrays certain things. I thought it was fine that because of what it was, and you do what you do with what you're given. So you don't have to be triggered or have a fucking issue about a damn thing, because it don't really matter. A game is a video game, so just sit the fuck down and chill the fuck out. Okay, thank you. Yakuza 4, less of. They only cut out one major thing and little teeny bitty hits and here to there or whatever. So if they put that back in and want to do the work of putting that back in, because it's going to be part of the remaster. So if they translate, they translate. They don't, they don't. And Yakuza 5 is Yakuza 5. Now see, the only reason why this matters to me is for one reason. I'm looking at my shelf, because I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this for dramatic effect. Like, I got the Yakuza games on my shelf, right? Like, I got all my Yakuza games except for Ishin, which is in the closet, because I still ain't unpacked all my stuff and put it on the shelf. I hate that there is a gap for an English release of Yakuza 5 and it's not here. Hearing that, you know what I'm saying, people tried to get at Sega like, yo, put this on the disc, and we just like, no, we're not going to do that. That angers me. And not anger like that, but anger more in the fact of is that I would like a copy of Yakuza 5 in English on my shelf. But it looks like that because Yakuza is what it is now, I'm going to get that opportunity. It's going to be PS4, but better than not having it on my shelf at all. I'm glad I was able to share all this information with you, because if you've never played Yakuza before, you should. You legitimately should. Like I said earlier, it's like, if anything, watch the cutscenes for one in English after you play Kiwami or something. Like, it is worth it to hear the English dub, to see what it was from a historical standpoint, what Sega was trying to go for. And do you know what Sega was trying to go for? They was trying to promote Yakuza's GTA, and it's not that. It's not that. Yakuza is not GTA. Those two things don't equal each other. So let's not sit up here and mystically pretend that they do, because they don't, okay? Because I'm putting that out there. As a fan of the series, as a fan of both series, I know what I like about GTA, and none of what I like about GTA is in Yakuza, because that's a whole different thing, because of how much time I've spent with this series and how much I've built up to it. Because for real, before we get into what it is we actually finna do, I want to tell y'all something about me. So I guess since I'm sharing or whatever, you want to know why I love the Yakuza games so much since I got into them? Yakuza games for me are like a good book. Like, when I sit down with a good book, even in the year 2018, I sit down with a good book, I am into that book to the very end. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nothing. I just want to read this book. And that's what the Yakuza games have been for me since I've gotten into them. And that's why it's playing a dangerous game when a new Yakuza game come out, because that's why I haven't been able to get into Zero. Well, actually, the other reason I wasn't able to get into Zero, because that was before I had a PS4, and Jay got it now. So hopefully he's actually played this some bitch maybe. But getting into those games is like a good book. I want to know what's up with my fam, dog. So it's like when I pop one of them in, I'm in there like swimwear until it is over. So it's like I try to be careful when Yakuza games are around, knowing that I need to dedicate maybe 80 or 100 hours to my time, and because my brain is what it is and how I can easily get misfocused, I can sit up here and just focus into Yakuza and just lose a lot of time. So if you have never played the series, it's like the games are getting easier and easier to get into. And the other question you asking me is how you should play them. I'm a person of release order. I'm a person that if you have the opportunity to explore the minutia of how a game series grows, then yeah, you go play Yakuza 1 on PS2, or you go play HD edition, you know what I'm saying? You go play one of those. I'm like, I think it's a translation guide out there for HD edition out there somewhere. So it's like, if you want to play, it's like, I wish that at this point that if anybody legitimately cared, is that I would love to play a translation of 1 and 2 HD edition. Even though I played 1 and 2 HD edition all the way through, you know what I'm saying, just with my limited use of Japanese and a translation guide and my remembrance of how Yakuza works is I was able to get through it. But to have a full experience without all that extra stuff, well, it would be great. It would be wonderful to have. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're thinking about, like, I'm like, that's where you should start. I'm like, Kiwami, the Kiwami games, like both 1 and 2, are a great thing, but I think you get more from it if you played the version that came before. But they're all right to be skipped. Like the OG versions are all right to be skipped, but if you want the minutia, don't skip them. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of where I am. But Kiwami will get you what you need, so don't even worry about that. Like if you want to skip straight to Kiwami, I'm not gonna hold it again. I'm not gonna point a finger and wag it at you. You've been bad. You skipped it playing a PS2 game. Bad, 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 bad. You shouldn't do that. So I'm just putting it out there. That's just how I feel. Look. We came here for a reason, though. You didn't come here just to see me spit what I had to do on Yakuza. Actually, that's how you came here. Let me not bullshit me. I'm the star of this show. Me. Star. Me. Kokoro Doki Doki. Whatever the hell that joke I made at the beginning like 12 minutes ago. Well, actually 11 according to the recording. But look. Bring me my magic box. Magic box. Yeah, I love magic box. We're going to take a look at the Japanese trailer for the remaster for Yakuza 3 and just see what's good. I'm probably going to be quiet for most of it and just ooh and ah this stuff that I've already seen more than once because I've actually played Yakuza 3 to completion 3 separate times. I do not want to explain that story, but things get corrupted sometimes. It's like you get almost close to the end and you do everything and oh no, your save file's been corrupted, and that's happened a lot. So, feel sorry for me that my save got corrupted. Look! Let's just activate trailer.exe. Let's see what's up with the squadron. And let's see what's up with this Yakuza 3 remaster. So, now activating trailer.exe. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's pretty water. That's a pretty palm tree. Ooh, you really excited about that, Pion? This looks really good. Oh my god! Ooh! Heat action, bitch! Y'all enjoy yourself? I know this shit look dope as fuck, though. Just relax. I know this shit look dope as fuck. Sega bass fishing. Nice shot. Dressing up bitch ass. Here's the note. Don't put stuff on them. Natural beauty is best. Just putting that out there for you. Look at this. I got Lena. Sayonara, bitches. Shoot the snooker with me, baby. Oh, kill you, son. Can I just say again how beautiful this game look right now? Oh no, he action. Dumb mother. Shut up! See, I may have the most dangerous fist in the game, period, but I can't deny because Cosmic Kiryu can that nigga up. Real talk, look at that giant swing! Oh! Oh no, that's my purse, I don't know you! Look at that power bomb, curb stomp, headbutts. Ooh! That's why I love this game. August 9th? Damn! That's pretty quick, I gotta say. That's a quick ass turnaround. Sega. And I think that is indeed the end. Yo. If Little Box in the Corner didn't sell you on what Yakuza is, I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue. Zero. Big old goose egg. 000. If you've never played the Yakuza series, you should give it a try. I'm like, my thing is at this point, like I said, that minutia is important. But if you see something you like, just play it. Like, the games give you a good wrap-up. Like, main canonical games give you a good wrap-up if you want to spend 2 hours watching a whole bunch of cutscenes. But it's just another thing to just experience and play it. And it looks like with these remasters, it's easier for people to get into the Yakuza series and really explore everything that this series is about. Because I have a feeling that given what, you know what I'm saying, given what I think 6 will be, when I finally play it, I think that we've reached a climax in certain things, and the series is ready to press forward and move on. And I, as a fan, I'm ready to see whatever happens next. So I'd like to thank you guys, you know what I'm saying, for joining me on Triple the G.O.D. Loves Him Some Yakuza. And with that, we are going to take us a commercial break. You know the drill. Be back here when there's more show. If you ain't back here when there's more show, that's an issue for you. So with that being said, as I stroke my beard, we will be right back after these messages. Yep, still the best evil laugh in the business. Heat action, bitch!